Hey there champions, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kokitso Muluzi, and on this channel I talk about the different kinds of opportunities that there are out there. I talk about online opportunities, local opportunities, and international opportunities. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe and then click on the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I do drop a video. In today's video, I shall be sharing how can you choose the right side hustle for you, both online and offline, because these days we live in the digital age and there's so many side hustles that you can do, and there are so many ways that you can make extra money apart from your 9 to 5 job, or whether you're employed or unemployed. Either way, you can find something that is for you. The most important thing I think that we should always remember is that you are an individual and you have your own purpose, and what's going to work for me might not work for you, right? And hence why on my channel I talk about different kinds of opportunities, because I understand that really well, that as humans we are not the same, and it's important to find something that is in alignment with your strengths and your weaknesses, and also that is in alignment with your personal purpose. And that's basically the best way to get something up and running. So anyway, let me not go on and on. So without any further ado, how can you find the best side hustle that is custom made for you? First things first is that I'll take a piece of paper and I'll write down my strengths and my weaknesses. This is really important because it's about understanding yourself as an individual. After all, you are your biggest project, and mastering yourself is the best thing that you can ever do, and understanding what works for you and what doesn't work for you. For example, I'm somebody that I think I like to sell, but I wouldn't sell, I wouldn't go house door to door and sell, right? So obviously I would consider to have a online business. So I'd have to learn more about how can I have an online business where I don't have to, I can engage and interact with my customers, but I don't have to actually go and sell the product to my customers. So if I maybe do a TikTok video about my product and I market my product, I think that's a much better option for me than going house to house and going to go sell my products. Whereas I know a lot of people where they've got the strengths of knowing how to sell a product. They can literally sell even an item that you don't want to buy, but only because the salesperson was so good that you just had to buy the product even when you don't need it, So, and that's a skill that if you can actually master, you can go really far in life. But that's not for everybody. So it's important to understand your strengths and your weaknesses so that you're able to know what kind of a side hustle you are able to work on. The second thing is, are you working or are you not working? So how much time do you have? What kind of skills do you have? So that's another thing that you're going to be writing in your assessment, right? So you're going to be doing a lot about your situation. How much money do you have to start that particular side hustle? How much startup capital do you have? That's very important, because obviously it's going to kind of lead you towards what kind of a side hustle you're going to need to start. If you're somebody that doesn't have any money, obviously you're going to have to lean more towards the online side hustles, because you actually don't need any money to start a YouTube channel. But you can post, the only money that you need is to have data, right? But I always post, I'm just going to make an example with me. I post my videos at an internet cafe, and then I batch post my content. So it means that I don't always have to go to the internet cafe and pay for the internet to go and post my content. But so basically it's for free, right? So or I'm only paying once. So it actually doesn't cost me so much money to start my YouTube channel and to run my YouTube channel, and therefore to maintain my YouTube channel in the long run. So you're obviously going to have to assess your situation and start with something that doesn't require you to have a lot of money, or you can do it in batches and it doesn't cost you so much to get started. So the next thing that I would do is I would research the different ways that you can make money nowadays and what is trending, right? So you're obviously going to ask yourself, what is trending? What is popular nowadays? What do people want? what do people need these days, right? And have realized that many people actually don't know how to do research, and they actually dread hearing the word research, right? And every single day we scroll on social media, and we don't actually realize that to just scroll on social media is a way to research. Obviously, you're gonna go on platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, right? And you're going to go and find pages that are related to do with making money online. And trust me, there are a whole lot out there. And you are going to research all the ways that there are out there to make money, and you're going to basically write them on a book. So I write all of the things that have got to do with my side hustles in here, right? And I write all of the things that I need to do, or all of the ways to make money online on here. I write down all my YouTube content in here, and basically I go out there and I do more research about it, right? And then I find out if it works or if it doesn't work, and then I come here on YouTube and I report it to all the people here online. Because as somebody that has been making money online here and there for the past 5 years, I have realized that there are so many scams out there, and it's really exhausting to take your data and to try and do all of these things, because not only are you wasting your time, but you are also wasting your efforts, and you are sometimes even getting scammed of your hard work, but you're not getting paid. So I do go and do reviews every now and then, but I also share ways that I know that are actually legit to people out there like myself when I was getting started. But the difference is that I was having a harder time because I basically didn't know anything and I didn't know what I was doing. So once you've done all your research, you're now going to kind of start to identify what is going to be more or less for you. Now, the next thing, guys, is that it is really important and critical to take action. Action is the most important thing, because so many people get stuck on the research phase that they forget to take action. And when they do take action, they only take action, let's say, for one day or for a couple of days, and they already just want to make a whole lot of money, and it just does not work like that. One thing I've learned is that if you're not going to be consistent and disciplined enough, you're never going to see results. And if you're the kind of a person that is not focused enough and you basically jump from one thing to another thing, then you're also not going to see results, because you kind of like you and I'm not like even judging anybody on this, because I have just realized that myself, it has been one of the biggest things in my journey, that it's really important to just stick on one thing, try it out, see it through, and then you can jump onto the next thing if you really feel like, if you like also being honest with yourself, like, have I really put in my all into this? So yeah, then after that you can go and try different things. Okay, so once you've identified what it is that you are good at, then you are going to start to kind of do more and more intensive research on that thing. So let's say I have chosen teaching English online, right? So now I'm going to make my research only about teaching English online. Then I'm going to write all the companies that hire people in South Africa that only have TOEFL certificates, because I'm still a student, or only people that hire students. Then I'm going to write the companies that accept people that are only students, and basically just kind of accept letters or university letters that says that you are a student, and that you also have a TOEFL certificate. And then I'm going to apply to all of those companies. If I have a degree, once I have my degree, then I'm going to apply to all the companies that accept the people that have got a degree. Then once I am done with all of that, then I'm going to start to apply to all the companies. Once, guys, there's no way that you are not going to find something if you are not if you're literally applying every single day and you're pushing really hard. So I find something, and then I'm going to learn more about that company and how that company works, and I'm going to try the best of my ability to perform. And I'm going to find out the peak hours and how I can get more customers. And yeah, so for example, let's say I work for Preply. So if I work for Preply, I am going to, which is actually a company that I have once worked for, so hence why I'm making the example. So if you know one thing about Preply, is that you are an independent tutor on their platform. So it sometimes can be a little hard if you, for example, don't have the right introduction video, and if you don't have the right things on your bio. So yeah, it just takes like knowing more about the platform and understanding the platform in order for you to thrive in the platform. So for example, I would do my more research, and then I would find out that doing my classes in groups and having slideshows on whenever I teach my students helps my students come back to me. And then after that, I'm going to give my students a free English workbook, and that's also going to help them to leave like good reviews on my platform. Then therefore I'm going to get more customers in that kind of way. So yeah, so basically you're going to become a master at whatever that it is that you have chosen to do. If you're going to choose to do a YouTube channel, you're going to do more research on how many times do you need to post in order for you to start seeing results on YouTube. You're going to find out what a YouTube algorithm is. You're going to find out what are the best niches, yeah, that you need to be in order for you to thrive nowadays, when like in terms of what do people want to see. Because if there's one thing about YouTube, it's not what you want to put out, and it's not actually about you, it's more about what your audience want to see. Why do people keep coming back to your content? And that is the most important thing about thriving on YouTube. What is it that people are going to like about you? There are so many lifestyle YouTubers out there, but what is it that sets you apart from other people? So you are going to master whatever it is that you have chosen. So once you have a clear idea of all of the side hustles that you can try out, and you've actually like listed all the ones that you are going to try, you're obviously going to start to implement goals into place. For example, I've started my YouTube channel, and I'm going to say I am going to post 3 times in a week, because that's how I'm going to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and that's how my channel is going to be monetized. So in the next 6 months or in the next year, I'm going to be monetized. So therefore I've got to put in more hard work in order for me to start seeing results, because these days YouTube is a very competitive platform. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be willing to learn new skills. Don't be afraid to learn new skills. Which platform am I going to use for this? I'm going to use YouTube. I am going to use Skillshare, and you can get a free trial on Skillshare. This is not a sponsored video. I am just sharing it because I have used Skillshare before, and I find it to be really useful and helpful. They are not just advertising it, guys, just for the fun of it. It is really a useful platform. And also YouTube, guys, it is literally a free university. You can learn a lot of skills on YouTube just by simply watching a YouTube video. You can literally become rich by watching a YouTube video, because you are going to learn more about that particular thing. Don't ever underestimate learning a skill that has got to do with baking, sewing, cooking, that kind of vibe, because so many people underestimate like learning a skill and actually educating yourself about something. So some of the things that are really going to help you is that you must have faith, even when things are not working out and you're not getting the results that you want at that particular time. Keep on pushing. Eventually, with consistency and effort, you are eventually going to see the results, and God is obviously going to meet you halfway, and obviously putting a whole lot of prayer into it and making God the center of every single thing that you do, or whoever that you believe in terms of spiritually. Because sometimes we do get demotivated, and of course staying consistent, being intentional, and being disciplined. So even when you don't feel like doing something, you keep on doing it. That's discipline. Being intentional, having goals and systems in place in order for that dream or that goal to come true. Consistency, when you keep on doing it, even when you don't see results, you just keep on doing it. You keep on doing it. You keep on doing it. Even on the days that you don't feel like doing it, keep on doing it. Don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone. Be open-minded. Sometimes the things that you are going to do is not always what you had in mind, or it's not always what you might think that you're good at, but try it anyway, because you might thrive in that environment. Okay, then the next thing is that remember that it is a journey, and it's important to focus and understand that it is a journey, and don't just focus on the final destination, because you're absolutely going to hate the process if you just like focus on the final destination. So in terms of it being a journey, you must know that you have to be a beginner in everything that we do. We all had to be a beginner. Even the people that are at the biggest like places, they had to, you have to have a day one, and your day one is absolutely awful because you don't know what you're doing on day one. But trust me, on day 10, you are one step closer to understanding more about what you're doing. Let's not even talk about what's happening on day 30 or on 3 months into your side hustle. 6 months into your side hustle, you are going to see drastic changes. So get started, because next year is going to come and you still haven't gotten started, and the next year is going to come and you still haven't started. So either way, like, next year's still gonna come, so you might as well just start. Just start. Everybody had to start from somewhere. Don't be afraid to be a beginner. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because how else are you gonna know if something works if you don't try it out? So yeah, that's all that I have for you guys. I really hope that the tips that I've given to you guys are tips that I have used on my personal journey, because I do write down everything, because I tend to be really like forgetful. So I write down everything, and whenever I need like motivation, because sometimes like you wake up and you absolutely don't feel like doing anything, I write down all the things that make me do what I need to do, right? So my why, right? I write down, why am I actually doing this? And every time I remember my why, then I get up and I clean and I dust myself off and I do what I need to do. So I really hope once again that this video was really helpful to you guys. If it was, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to give my comment section some love. And once again, thank you guys so much for all the support once again that I've been getting so far from you guys. I am grateful, because my channel wouldn't be where it was if it was not for you guys. So till next time, bye guys.